Have you ever thought that all the right decisions in this world actually do not exist? So what determines your destiny, the choices you make, or the way you go through the path you have chosen? Have you ever thought that in this world there is no such thing as a right decision? It sounds shocking, but it is true. Decisions are not inherently right or wrong. What determines their value is how we go about it, how we turn our choices into meaningful paths. Weak people blame circumstances, ordinary people accept their fate, and truly strong people turn every step into proof of their abilities. Better Story welcomes you all. Smart people know how to solve problems, but wise people do more than that. They know how to avoid getting into trouble. Mistakes are inevitable in life, but repeating mistakes is the real tragedy. You can make mistakes, but if you choose to learn from them, you grow. If you deny it, you will make them again. And remember, cheating, deceit, betrayal are never mistakes. They are always intentional decisions. A wise person does not claim to know everything. They learn from everything, from everyone. Because when you just talk, you repeat what you already know. But when you listen, you are opening the door to a new world. If you find these things touching you, please subscribe to the channel to support Better Story, so that we have more motivation to share more profound and valuable content. People often think that strength comes from muscles or power, but the truth lies in attitude. Weak people always seek revenge, letting hatred gnaw at their hearts. Strong people choose to forgive, not because they forget, but because they do not want to be bound by the chains of the past. Smart people go even further. They know how to ignore the small things, to save energy for bigger goals. Forgiveness and letting go do not make you lose anything. On the contrary, it opens up inner freedom that revenge never brings. Happiness is not about how much success you have, but about how you perceive life. Some people achieve a lot, but are still insecure because they live by comparison and expectation. Some people do not have much in hand, but their souls are light because they know how to appreciate every little thing. When you stop being jealous, stop competing with others, you will find your heart more open, more comfortable to breathe. Happiness is the foundation. Success is just the consequence. Life also teaches us that the past is something that cannot be held. The future is always yet to come. Only the present truly belongs to us. If you keep worrying, you will miss the precious moments right in front of you. A peaceful mind is the strongest weapon against challenges. And true strength is not never failing, but after each fall you still courageously stand up, still believing that the path you are taking is worthy. In relationships, the truth always speaks louder than words. Children do not listen to what you say. They observe every action and repeat the way you live. A person can cover himself with flowery words, but his actions are the mirror of his true personality. If a person is willing to talk badly about his colleagues and friends, then you will never be an exception in the story they tell behind his back. Therefore, distance from such people is a shield to protect your peace. Sometimes, to find peace, you have to cut off toxic relationships, even if it makes you feel guilty. Letting go is not cruel, but a way to save yourself. Maturity does not mean you know how to take revenge skillfully, but when you are calm enough to understand why someone has hurt you. When we dare to put ourselves in the shoes of others, we can see that behind that cruel action is weakness or fear. And at that moment, you choose not to retaliate, not to lower yourself because of hatred. A great character is measured by how they treat those around them. Live with sincerity, maintain precious relationships, and be strong enough to walk away from what makes you small. Because in the end, the value of a person is not in the reputation they create, but in how they treat others every day. Self-development is not a fixed destination, but a daily journey. People often rush to achieve instant success, but it is the slow, steady steps that build a solid foundation of personality. Quick success often makes people infatuated with the glory of the ego, while slow success teaches us patience, humility, and appreciation for every small value. Patience is not meaningless waiting, but the ability to persevere, daring to persevere even when the destination is not yet in sight. Along with patience comes confidence and effort. Confidence gives us the courage to take on challenges, not fear judgment, not fear failure. But confidence alone is not enough. It is consistent effort that is the measure that distinguishes unrealistic dreams from real achievements. A little progress every day, a steady step, over time will form a sure path. And to keep your feet from straying, simplicity is a necessary anchor. Simplicity helps us know what is important, not to be caught up in superficial things. Most importantly, be grateful to your parents. Be grateful to the silent sacrifices that laid the foundation for you today. Gratitude keeps people from being arrogant when they succeed and from falling down when they fail. And remember that kindness does not need to be proven hastily. Time will be the clearest witness. Self-development is patience, confidence, effort, simplicity, and gratitude, so that one day you realize that you are not only successful, but also mature in peace. There are philosophies that when you think about them, you realize the true value of life. The two most important days in life are the day you are born and the day you find a reason to exist. A life without a purpose is just a repetitive existence, but a life with a reason has meaning in every step. This world is not only harmed by those who do evil, but also by those who stand by indifferently. Apathy is the fertile ground for evil to flourish, and only when you dare to act, dare to speak up, can you truly contribute to change. Do not underestimate the power of a smile. It can open doors that seem closed, can soften closed hearts. Words can deceive, but actions cannot. Observe how a person behaves instead of believing what they say. Live as a personality, not just exist as an individual. Because one day the body will disappear, but the character you sow will remain in the memory of others. And if you are faced with a problem, learn to dig deep into the roots. A minute of superficial thinking is not worth an hour of careful contemplation, because when you understand the essence, the solution will appear by itself. Success and wisdom do not come from age, but from how you live, how you persevere, and how you maintain your character in every action. The greatest achievement is not status or fame, but the respect you sow in the hearts of others. Life is not simple, but it is not so complex that we cannot grasp it. The decisions we make, the mistakes we make, the relationships we have, and the way we deal with the world all shape who we are. True power does not come from revenge, fame, or speed of success, but from the ability to be patient, to listen, to forgive, and to stay focused on our goals. A good character is not formed in a day. It is forged through the small choices we make, the way we treat others, and the attitude we maintain in adversity. Ultimately, the most lasting success is not status or wealth, but the peace of mind and the value we leave in the hearts of others. The profound lesson is, live as a character, not just as an individual. Don't worry too much about comparing yourself to others, but focus on cultivating patience, gratitude, simplicity, and kindness. In today's life, this can be applied by practicing the habit of slowing down, appreciating every moment, choosing to learn from others, and sticking to your core values. When you do that, you will realize that you are not only more successful, but also happier. And now, I want to ask you a question. In your opinion, what is more important in life, intelligence or personality? Please share your opinion in the comment section below for everyone to refer to. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support Better Story, so that we have more motivation to bring you more valuable content in the next videos.